What's up guys and welcome back to Tech Plant. Today I'm going to be reviewing a new kind of light that's not technically for houseplants, but I think it's going to work pretty well. Let's check it out. I finally got some YouTube earnings, and so I took that Amazon gift card and I spent it on some new lights. This is specifically for my new plant rack, so I wanted to try something out a little different, and it didn't have really any reviews about plants, so I figured I'll be the pioneer and figure it out. This is the Barrina T5 LED light strip, and these are supposed to be equivalent to fluorescent tubes. I don't know how much they are, but that's what this whole experiment is about. I saw these on Amazon.com, and this was mainly for my plant shelf because I want to have some more white light that doesn't hurt my eyes, and I needed something that was very long and skinny for the size of my plant shelf, so I didn't have to have so many of those square panels. All the reviews for these lights just had people using these inside of their garages or attics or just places where they needed additional light, and I couldn't find much information about people using these for plants. However, for the price of them and how many you get, I think they'll work super well for plants, granted they produce enough light. I paid about $55 for these on Amazon.com, and I'll put a link in the description in case you're interested. And it comes with 8 light strips, so I figured I can use these under my shelving units to kind of light my plants. I was surprised to see how generous they were with all the extra components. You get 4 of the actual power cord switches. You'll get 7 of the linking cables. I believe you get what would it be? 4 of the little in-betweeners, so you can hook them directly to each other without a cord in between. All the mounting hardware, and there's a few other cords if you wanted to really customize how you hook these things up. I could even see me hooking up a Raspberry Pi or something to control them. They are pretty simple in design. It's really just an LED light strip mounted to some aluminum extrusion with a diffuser on it just to make it less hard on your eyes. Personally, the diffuser is probably great if you want to use these for human use, so if you're putting them on your ceiling, because it'll make the light a lot more even and less harsh on your eyes. However, I'm using these for plants. I'm going to put them under my shelf, so I'm going to void the warranty right away and chop off this diffuser. I have a good feeling we can almost double the light output by just removing that diffuser because it's blocking quite a bit of light. I'm just going to say to do this at your own risk because again, you're going to void the warranty as soon as you do this. You can never send these back if they go bad in a few days, so be careful before you actually decide to commit to do this. And also realize that you're having kind of an open circuit just kind of sitting out there, and it is significantly more dangerous to have them like this. So do this at your own risk. I don't recommend this because I don't want to get sued or something, but I'm doing it just because I need more output for my plants. So to get it open, I just peeled up the little quality control sticker. Again, this will void your warranty. And I pushed in the little tab and I pulled the plastic thing off. Inside, I could kind of see some of the wiring was a little shoddy. I'm a little sketched out because some of the wiring actually had open wires, and I don't know if it's post transformer or if it is straight up 120 volts coming through those wires. I don't know, but be very careful if you're going to do this because you could cause really serious issues and start fires. And to remove the shielding, all I did was take a razor and just kind of run it down the edges of the aluminum, and it kind of guided it along the plastic and it cut it off really nicely. I was actually surprised how well it worked. Have a few razors handy though, just so as they get dull you can use fresh ones. Be careful not to cut yourself if you do this method. So here I left some of the diffuser on just so I can show you the differences between the two. One of the main things you'll notice is the diffuser does spread the light to the left and right a little bit more evenly, where without the diffuser it's very direct and straight down. However, the way I'm going to have it, I don't care how much light goes to the left and right because I'm going to cover my bases with it, and I just want some direct straight down light because anything that bleeds off away from the plants is a waste in my opinion. You can see though how harsh this would be on your human eyes, so I definitely don't recommend doing this shielding removal if you're going to hang these on the ceiling and actually be able to look up into it. This one has a diffuser removed, and you can see the light is much more intense and directed straight down, which is what I want for my application. You might want it differently, but here it is compared to the one with the diffuser, and you can see that it kind of does spread it out quite a bit, but it's not nearly as intense, and I want that intensity for my plants. I wanted to test it out again in the actual application, and so the first one is going to be the diffuser removed, and you can see the intense light is hitting the plants. But when I switch it over to the diffused light, you can see it's much more dull. However, the wall is more lit up. And now you can see what I mean by how the light is more spread evenly, but it's just not intense, and a lot of it's wasted on the wall and not on the plants. I've been using these lights for a little over a month now, and I can't notice any super leggy growth. However, most of my plants aren't really light hungry. I would not recommend this for maybe succulents or anything, unless you put the lights within like 3 or 4 inches, then I think it would do a good job. However, since I have all different plants on this shelf and not a specific variety, I have to have my lights a little high just to accommodate the different heights of my plants. However, if you really wanted to get more out of it, you would just lower these lights a lot closer to your plants, because again, they don't produce a lot of heat, so they're not going to burn your plants as easily. Well guys, that's the end of our light experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was actually really surprised that these worked. I'm glad they worked because they're low profile, they don't put out too much heat, they're nice and white so I can see my plants clearly, and they worked way better than I expected. It's cool to see just a consumer grade product that's not meant for plants and not advertised as a grow light work pretty well. So I definitely recommend these if you guys have shelving units, because they do fit up there really nicely and it's very modular for whatever your setup may be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you can always leave comments on whatever else you want me to try and review or test out. But anyways, as always, may your plants grow strong and healthy. I'll see you next time.